just a little bit fucked up.
What's going on, guys? My name's Keith. I have an e30 here, or what used to be. I got into an accident on Halloween, actually, and messed up my girl pretty bad. This has been my car for about 4 years. I've loved it the whole time, and it's time to fix it. I'm terrible at working on cars. This is my first real experience with it. I mean, I can do my own oil and crap like that, but as far as, performance or anything, auto body or anything like that, this is totally new to me. I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. I love watching people. Jimmy Oaks is one of my favorite guys. I watched TJ before he sucked. A lot of guys like that, and I've always loved the idea of it and the community, and I just want to document this process. If I can do it, definitely you can. And I don't know if I can do it. That's going to be the thing. I love to get this stuff taken off and take it to the shop tomorrow to get checked out to see if the frame's straight. I still got to do that. And I've got to buy new panels and, new lights and bumper, and obviously just take care of it. But yeah, I decided to document this and put it on YouTube, and if for nothing less, for myself to watch myself get better at something and complete something like this. And if people want to watch, then they do. Great. Thanks, guys. Today, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to blast off some of these panels, and whether I gotta hack them off or take out enough bolts and kind of bend them off, but I just gotta get going on it and get this stuff off so I can get to the shop and see if the frame's bent. Let's go. First snag about 2 minutes in. I didn't know what I needed going into it. I YouTubed it. I needed a T55 to get these bolts out that hold the bumper in. It's Torx. And I used a hex to get the first one out. Must have been super loose. That one's actually in there, and it might have been stuck even further in there. Based on the accident, it might have bent something up in here. The bumper's kicked out, and it never was like that. It's kicked out, and this is kind of bent in. The only reason I think this might be salvageable is I don't know if the frame is bent. Like I said, I don't have much experience. You might be laughing at me, be like, yeah, your frame's bent. I don't know if it is. Looking down just straight at it, it's slightly kicked in, but that could just all be metal. I still see space a little bit. It could all just be outside of that, and I'm really hoping it is. And that's what I got right now. So can't get the bumper off. I'm gonna see if I can get this quarter panel off. That's what's holding. I mean, the car still runs and drives. Well, it runs and it rolls, and I mean, the suspension, I believe it looks pretty straight. We'll figure that out tomorrow at the shop, but I basically need to unpinch this wheel so that I can drive it down, a mile or two to the shop and find out if the frame's bent there. So yeah, I'll just start working on that. I took off, what you guys didn't see, I kind of came through yesterday, took out some bolts in there. Like, there's a bunch that are just along this top edge. I took out 2, 3, 4 of them. So this is all released here. I took one out down there. It should be loose. I don't know what the deal is. I am okay with just cutting it off. I mean, it's it's busted up. There's no way that I'm keeping the fender. Maybe it's a memento, or I don't know. I don't want to cut through the, I have no idea what it's called, but like the supports under it that hold the bumper, or the fender, because that, I don't know. I want to keep that as straight as I can and not have to bend anything back or try to get someone to help me weld it, or I don't know the deal here. But I don't know what the hell is holding this fender on. It feels like it's in here. And I don't see anything. It could just be that this part is so bent in together and melded together. I really don't know. I'm gonna do a little bit of research and then hop back on that and try to rip it off. So what I was just doing there was, there's one more bolt for this fender. So I just had to cut a little access panel to get the wheel out. Probably doing everything wrong that I could do. And I get that, I really do. But if you guys have any suggestions on better ways to do this, or I just watched a video and apparently there's 2 bolts somewhere back here, but he got them after the fact, so I think I'm gonna do that. I forget the guy's name. Dan Cronin. He's the man. He taught me everything about E30s. I don't really use it because I'm too dumb to use it right now, but we're working on it. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can take that off, and if I can rip this fender off, I think that's about all I need. I'll probably cut this bumper because I can't get the valence. Sorry. I'm really sad to do that because I don't know if this is salvageable, and it would definitely save me $100 or, you know, almost 200. I don't know. We'll see once we get the fender off what I can do with it. And she is off. It's honestly not even, okay, it's pretty mangled. I'm not even gonna lie about that. But she's off. You know, I don't like how close this valence is. It's kind of close to the tire. I don't know if this valence is trash. I don't think it is. That's the only part that was a part of this. It might be a little bit bent, like over here, in which case I would just give a little massage back to the shape that it needs to be. It's all going to need to be massaged, well, you know, by like a German lady, you know, aggressively and way too hard for comfort. But this is going to need to be bent back. I still don't know what it's called, support or the frame. I really couldn't tell you, but it is off, and it's, you know, this tire already has a cut in it, so I'm not too worried about that cutting into it. I mean, it would suck if it blew out on the way to the shop, but it's not far. And I really just want to talk about this a little bit. I know a lot of people are just going to be like, oh, well, it's already trash. Like, just throw it away, get another one, get another shell, whatever. And I don't want to do that. I bought this car when I was 18 with the first real money that I ever earned. And I find it very important that I fix it. I want to drive this when I'm 65, 70, 80, you know. I want to keep this thing for the rest of my life. I love, you know, I'm not as big a car guy as I could be right now. I do love cars, but I've never dug into it. I've never done a big project like this. And this isn't, you know, an engine swap, or I don't know what to compare it to, but it's going to be a lot of work, and it's going to be a lot of me putting myself into this and coming out with a product that I'm proud of, whether it takes a month, a year. You know, I want to keep this as long as feasibly possible and do something. So, you know, I think that's a mindset that a lot of people don't have anymore, as far as don't just throw things away when the going gets tough. And I don't want to throw this away. This is, you know, if the frame's not bent and if it's worth saving, or even if it's, I don't know, a little bit, but I don't know if I don't know what to do. I want to dig into it. I want to do something with it. You know, working 9 to 5 and just spending your life doing that is not a life that you're not living. You're just going. You're there. And this is something, you know, a lot of people would just say it's a hunk of metal, but it's my fucking hunk of metal, and it's something that I can look back at and be proud of. So if I'm able to pull it off, and even if I'm not, I'll learn along the way. So thanks for listening to me rant and pretend that I'm old and wise. But yeah, I'm gonna take off this fender liner, and probably call it there. I just wanted to get the fender off to get it down to the shop. If the frame's straight, start buying parts, and I'll probably do an update on if we're gonna keep going with this. Yeah, as far as if the frame's straight, because that's kind of the deciding factor at this point. But and then get panels and start fixing that and seeing what else I need as far as on the inside. The reason a lot of you guys would be like, oh, why don't you just pop the hood? It would make everything easier. It would have. The hood won't pop. I've tried with 3 people, 2 pulling on it and 1 yanking on the handle. It went in the accident. The hood got jammed into the braces. You can see the body line here. The hood is kind of popped over the fender, and over there it was obviously jacked up. And they were shoved in. I pulled this out very early on. This is the wheel that the hood hooks into the latch with. And I had to cut through it so that I could get in there any amount. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, good job. Proud of you. Yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this and look for more videos. Thanks. Guys, we got the hood up. I forgot about the emergency latch. I looked up some stuff. I forget who. Sorry, I'm biting your content. But basically, in the front grill, I got my phone plugged in because it was about to die. In the front grill, there's well, mine's out at the moment. It's the kidneys are over there. But I reach in there, and with a flathead, you just twist. There's like a little slot next to 2 bolts, and there's like a hole, and you put the screwdriver in there and just twist it, and it automatically pops it. It's for if your lever's ever broken in the car. And it still popped, which is awesome. That side had been super stuck, so I guess I'm gonna have to fix the latch, which is gonna be no fun in the car. But I mean, that's not a huge deal. But it's popped, so that makes it so much easier to kind of look at things, and it doesn't look as bad as I thought. It's gonna be obviously, wow, no shit, the corner, wild. And I'm just gonna keep working a little bit and see if I can hammer it just anywhere near back to shape. Like not so much this reinforced beam, but more so this more sheet metal kind of area. It's actually really funny. When I bought the car, the guy bought it from raced e30s, and he was telling me that he actually showed me this front corner of the car, and he goes, yeah, these are always smashed up on e30s. Like, yeah, so I just want to show you that. It's a really big selling point. And well, I fucking smashed it, so oops. But we'll get her right. We'll get some panels. And you know, if you think that it's just gonna be like, oh, this guy's gonna put some panels on his car and think he's a mechanic. It's not like that at all. It's just like, this is the start. I have some coilovers, sitting on some reps, some rotas. Oh yeah, bro. No, I don't know. They're cheap, and I needed to change the look up a little bit. I got coilovers. I want to boost this thing. It is a 5-speed. I didn't really go over the car. It's a 325i 1990. I like the late model, the early model. I don't like the diving boards. I don't like the rear tail lights, but personal preference. I love this car. But yeah, we got, I mean, big plans. And the paint on this thing is like decent from a distance. Well, not the hood or that fender so much anymore, but when you get up close, each panel has at least like a thing wrong or two, and the bottom, the kind of base of each is really just, it's bad. And I might do a color change. I do love the black with the white, especially with the what I want to do with like with the arrow and stuff like that. But I might go like the e36 like a forest green. I don't know the paint code, but I think that would look sick too. It's gonna be boosted, and I also have a e46 330xi that I'm trying to make my daily. The paperwork's messed up, but that I kind of want to like rally card a little bit. I think it could be cool. So stay tuned for those projects. Yeah, I'm gonna. Wow, I don't know why I dropped all this in this little bit. I'm gonna keep working on it. The light bulb is fine. That is hilarious to me. Light bulb fine. Car fucked. It's honestly not even that, well, I'm not gonna say it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought, as far as I can tell. It is more, it's mostly that front corner. I had already taken out the coolant, or not the coolant, the windshield washer spray, because it didn't work and I didn't want to deal with it. I was at school, but it's gonna take a while to smash all that stuff back out just because the angle is weird. But I don't know. It's really not horrendous. It's as far as I can tell, everything in the engine bay is still straight, and I might have just been overreacting, and I get that, but it's just, I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do. This is what I drive. Like, it's how I get to work. I've been borrowing a car, and it's stressful. But I don't think it's done for her. I think she's got a long life.